Good afternoon, Tagum City Division. Isang mainit na pagbati po sa lahat ng mga junior high school at senior high school teachers na nanonood ngayon all over Tagum City Division. Welcome to the breakout session of the division rollout training on the Learning Management System senior high school category. As expected, this afternoon we will be witnessing four pairs of simulators from different schools showing their simulations on the utilization of LMS. And we are happy and honored that we will be accompanied by one of our PSDSS, Dr. Ross Chito Palo, who is online right now. Dr. Palo, good
Hello,
afternoon,
good
sir.
afternoon, Sir Kevin. Good
Sir, any
afternoon,
word?
everybody.
Yes, sir, good
Sir,
afternoon, sir.
before
Any
I
word
will,
of encouragement?
before my word of encouragement, sir, kindly include Ma'am Doc Boyles, our EPS in Science, kasi
Okay,
dalawa
so
po
we
kami.
also okay. We
Oh,
also have Dr. Hanelin Boyles joining
yes.
us with our simulation breakout session this afternoon.
Okay, so to all simulators, no, good luck. And of course, to those mga viewers natin, let it be, no? Pagsikapan natin na matutunan kung ano yung mga pinapakita kasi whether we like it or not, ganito na talaga yung buhay natin sa ngayon. Nasa new normal tayo, di ba, Sir Kevin?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
so
sir.
hindi po natin papatagalin pa kasi mas mainam yung makita talaga natin yung pakitang turo nila using the LMS.
All
So,
right.
God bless and good luck to our simulators this afternoon.
Thank you so much, Sir Palo. I think we also have Ma'am Hanelin Boyles. Kakapasok lamang online. Ma'am Hanelin, can you hear us?
Hello po.
Hi, good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Ma'am, do you have any word for our simulators for this afternoon?
Yes, sir. Kevin, good afternoon, everybody. And we are so excited for the simulation this afternoon.
Okay. Later, we'll be hearing more from Dr. Palo and Dr. Boyles as they will be giving feedbacks to the presentations. We will see you later again, Sir Palo and Ma'am Boyles. Okay? Thank you
Okay
po.
po, Sir Kevin. Welcome.
Alright, makakasama din natin ngayon backstage ang ating technical directors, Sir Ernie L. Balbuena and Ma'am Audrey A. Claren, both coming from Tagum City National High School. So this is how our breakout session going to be. Okay, our pairs of simulators will be showing their presentations or their outputs one at a time. And after every presentation, our instructional supervisors will be giving their feedbacks. And if they have questions, our simulators themselves will address the query. All right, so that is how simple this is going to be. At sa lahat naman ng mga nanonood ngayon, you can give your comments, clarifications, and questions. Just write them on our comment box. Just keep them coming because I will do my best to read them later so that we can address your questions accordingly. All right. So this time, let me read to you the flow of the entries or the presentations for this breakout session. The presentations will be started by our simulators from the Tagum National Trade School. We have Dr. Paulino Tado and Ma'am Danibel M. Anduyan, to be followed by the simulators from Tagum City National High School, my second home, Mr. Joseph Richel C. Ramos and Ma'am Cherilyn L. Ramos. Speaking of Tagum City High, shout out lang tayo sa lahat nating mga teachers na nanonood at nakikinig ngayon sa aming school, sa kanilang faculty office, at sa aming mga malalamig na mga computer laboratories. Hello, City High teachers. Okay, pangatlo sa ating mga presenters this afternoon are coming from Kanukutan National High School. We have Ma'am Rosemary H. Niquinto and Ma'am Ethel B. Buhisan. And our last presenters will be coming from Tagum City National High School again. We have Ma'am Diana Rose S. Pilo, partnered by yours truly, Kevin D. Pude. All right, I think we are all set for this. Ready na ako, ready na ating mga technical directors, ready na ating mga instructional supervisors, get ready na din mga teachers na nakikinig at nanonood ngayon. Teachers, sit back, relax, and let's have more learning on LMS. Let the showtime begin. Let's start with our first simulators from Tagum National Trade School, Dr. Paulino Tado and Danibel M. Anduyan. Hi, sir. Hi, ma'am. Good afternoon.
Hello,
Hello,
Sir
good
Kevin. Good
afternoon.
afternoon.
Good afternoon po. Isang tanong lamang po, sino po ba ang magiging teacher at sino po yung magiging student sa inyong simulation na gagawin?
Okay, for our simulation this afternoon, ako po, Sir Kevin, I will be the one to act as the teacher, and
Okay.
Sir Paul Tado will be my student.
Okay. What is the subject, ma'am, that you have utilized?
Okay, we'll be simulating a lesson on Practical Research 1 for grade 11.
Okay, I think you are all ready. Ready na po ating mga spectators. So wag na nating patagalin pa. Let's start your simulation.
So today, we'll be demonstrating an asynchronous lesson using our learning management system. So I am Mrs. Dani Belenduyan, and I will be acting as the teacher in the subject Practical Research 1. So now, let me share my screen. Okay, so as we all know, this is the interface of our learning management system. As a teacher, this is what I can see once I enter our learning management system. Although in this part, we can see all the courses that I have just accessed, but for the sake of our demonstration today, I'll be showing you how you can enter the course that you have created. So first, you will just click all courses. And you will look for where you have inputted your course. As for my case, it is in the senior high school subjects. Then I will click applied, and there I can now see all the subjects that are subjects in senior high school. So I will just look for the course that I have created and click this one, Practical Research 1. So this is now what I am going to see within my end as a teacher. Okay. But first, let me show you this very important feature of our LMS that may be of help to all the teachers that are listening today. So, in this part of our site home, you can see the private files. Okay, so in this part, as you can see, I already saved 2 document file. So once you click this manage private files, you will be directed to this part where you can save or you can upload the materials that you are using in your class. As for my case, I have uploaded my lesson exemplar in Practical Research 1 class. So that is, you just have to click Save Changes after uploading all the files, and then you can go back to your course. So this is now what you're going to see as a teacher. In this part, you can just edit it, personalize it based on your course. So in my case, I have edited it to a picture of our logo in the DepEd Tagum City Division, together with the logo of my school, Tagum National Trade School, and my subject. Okay, so this is how it looks like. I have divided my topics or my subject to different topics. The first topic will be the importance of research in daily life. We also have following topics, but then as you can see, all those topics are yet hidden from my students because we first have to finish our current topic, our first topic, before they will be allowed to access those topics. Okay. So for this part, you can now see the general announcement that I have made for my course. I also have attached the Annex K to 12 MILCs, and I have created my PR1 chat room. Okay, but before that, before you will be able to make any changes and revisions to your course, to the course that you have created, the first thing that you must do is to turn editing on. It's very important because okay, you will be prompted to this part of the course. So the previous view that we had a while ago, it is now different because you can now see many icons here, which will also help us as we try to edit, as we try to add all the activities based on the lesson exemplars that we have prepared. So today, I'll be showing you how I was able to integrate all those prepared activities in my exemplar to our learning management system and make it accessible to our students. They are not online. So I have prepared activities that can easily be downloaded by our students. Okay, so let's start with a general announcement. We will just click this part. So in my general announcement, of course, once you start your class, you must have a brief introduction of yourself and a brief introduction of the course as well. So that is what I created. I attached a video here in my general announcement. So I will just click this part and I can now view the instruction that I have given to my students and the video that I have attached. If they will be clicking that one, they will be prompted to the PDF file of our MILCs, our learning competencies. And if they still have questions about all those that I have given, they can just freely ask me through our practical research. Just try to check what I have messaged my students and if there are replies. So I will just list all the sessions. So I left a message for them saying that, "Good day, learners. Feel free to ask me questions about our topics here in our chat room." If I try to check also if there are responses from my students, Paulino Tado responded to my chat. I would like to see what his message is for me. So he just said, "Good afternoon, ma'am. I am ready for our class. Thank you for providing the milk. This will give me an idea of the different competencies to be taken up in this course." As you can see, this system or this platform also has an interaction. You can still interact with your students even if you are not doing your class face-to-face. So we can now proceed to the preliminary part of the lesson. So let's go back. For this time, I will not be using the shortcut key so that you can really visualize how you will be entering your course, add activities to it. As you can observe in our interface, some items are indented, okay, like this one, the decision-making game, the essay rubric. So I have made that because I would like the students to know that this part is just a part of the motivation. How will you do that as a teacher? For example, in this part, you would like to indent the decision-making game. So you will just click the edit and then you will see the right arrow here, move right. You just click that one and then the decision-making game is indented to the right. And then you can just click if you would like it. Drill. For the drill, I have prepared arranging jumbled letters. I have given also my instruction where the student need to rearrange the letters of the word that I have attached through a forum. So this activity is done through a forum. Why? Because I would like to know the responses of my students based on whichever way they would like to deliver their answer. They are more confident in just writing the text. It's okay. If they would like to attach an audio or a video file, it can also be possible to a forum. There's already one response from my student. So I would just click that and I can now see the text of my student, importance and research. With that drill activity, my student can now have an idea that our topic will be about research and its importance. So for the shortcut key here below, you can just click so that you will be prompted to the next part of the lesson, which is the review. So in this part, I have given an instruction that they have to answer the two questions I have given through an attachment of an audio or a video file of the responses. So let us try to check if my student responded. Okay, so there is already a response from my student with the message, "Hello, ma'am. I am submitting my video containing my responses to your questions. I will now be listening to the response of my student about the questions that I have given." Okay, so let us just try to assume that me as a teacher is done listening to the audio file that my students submitted. Through that, I can have an idea about his previous knowledge about our topic for today. Then I will be proceeding to the motivation part of the lesson. So in the motivation part, I have inserted a decision-making game where the student will have to choose 3 objects among the 15 objects that I have posted. As we all know that our learners are encouraged or much excited if they can visualize the activity. So I also have attached pictures through the H5P feature of our LMS where I can attach the pictures that can be used as reference of my student. These are the 15 objects, and then I would like to see what was the response of my student to that. I will just click this one, the discussion part, because still this activity is done to a forum. So that's why there's a discussion. So the answer of my student was, these are my 3 objects chosen out of the airplane. First is a crate of 12 bottles of water, 5 warm sweaters, and inflatable lifeboats for 4 persons. We can now proceed to the next part of our lesson, which is about the developmental activities. So these are the 4 parts of our developmental activities: activity, analysis, abstraction, and then application. Then we also have evaluation, agreement, and reflection. So let's go to it one by one. Okay, so let's click first the activity. So after accomplishing the decision-making game, I have left a question to be answered by my students. And there's already a response. Let us try to view the answer of my student. This was the answers given by my student based on the 3 questions that I have given. Okay, since this is just an activity, this is not yet graded. Later on, I'll be showing you examples, graded activities that I have included in my lesson exemplar. So let's proceed to the analysis part of the lesson. In the analysis part, I have attached a video presentation showing the importance of research, because that is the main focus for our topic for today. It also contains several examples of products of researches that are used nowadays. So the students will just be watching this video presentation before they can proceed to the abstraction part of our lesson. The instruction given by me as a teacher in this abstraction part is that the students have to look for someone to pair with. So it can be their sibling or anybody from the neighborhood, where they can share other examples of researches that they find interesting. And then together, they will answer this question: how is research connected to decision making? Down below in the discussion, you can also see that there's already a response from a student. He interviewed the barangay captain. He inserted the response of the barangay captain and also his response to the question. And then we proceed to the application part of my lesson. To this part, they have to ponder on things surrounding them. And then afterwards, they will write a descriptive essay. So it's stated all here in the instruction part. And then they may attach a Word document or a PDF file of their essay in this forum. Down below, I can see that there's already a response. There was just a confusion because my student submitted twice his assignment. But it's okay. Let's try to check if it contains a Word or a PDF file. Okay, essay about application of research in TV programs. So that is what he has chosen, the TV programs, as a topic. For the reference as well, it was mentioned in the instruction that I have also attached a rubric for the essay that they are going to make. So if they click this one, this link, they will be prompted to the PDF file of the essay that will also be my basis in grading them for the essay that they have submitted. Then they can now proceed to the evaluation. First, I will be going back to the course because I would like you to see this part of the lesson, evaluation and the agreement or assignment part. As you can see, there was a restriction in this part. Okay, I'll be showing you how you can add a restriction as a teacher, because I made use of this restriction so that a student cannot be allowed to proceed to a particular part of the lesson once they were not able to accomplish a particular activity. So like for example, in this essay writing part, how will you add a restriction to this? You will just click edit. Of course, make sure that turn editing is on. Just click edit, edit settings. While you're doing your activity, then just add the restriction after giving your instructions, because it is just found here below. Restrict access. You will just click this one, and then there's no restriction yet. So you will click add restriction. So there are also choices here. Then I will just click activity completion, because they have to perform an activity before they can be allowed to enter this part of the lesson. I will just choose what particular activity they need to accomplish, because that was the application part. So first, they need to have the abstraction. And then below, do not forget to save and return to course. So let us try to check if the restriction was added. Okay, so it is now here in the application part of our lesson. It's already restricted. Okay, so that is what I have done as well in the evaluation and in the agreement part or the assignment, because they have to know to go through all the part of the lesson based on the lesson exemplars that I have prepared, so that they have the enough knowledge about the importance of research, and then they will be able to do or to answer the questions that I have prepared in the evaluation. So in the evaluation, I have prepared an interactive quiz, 5-item quiz that they need to answer. Okay, so there's already one attempt done by my student. So there's also restriction as to the date where the quiz will be opened, and then the quiz will be closed. So you can also have that in the restrictions. Next is the agreement or the assignment part. So assuming that my student is already done with the activity, the quiz, he will be allowed to proceed to the agreement or assignment, where he is required to research on various definition of research and cite references. Attach a Word document or PDF file for your assignment. One student already submitted. For now, I'll be showing you an example how you can grade a particular student. In this activity, in this assignment that I had given, since my student already submitted, I will just click View All Submission so that you can view how many among your students already submitted their assignments. So, one student submitted his output, Paulino Tado. So, for you to be able to grade that particular activity, you will just click Grade, okay, the green icon, and then you will be prompted to the assignment that was submitted by your student. It is a PDF file. The teacher can read the assignment submitted by the student, and then in this right part, you can just input the grade based on your rubrics for that particular assignment. So in this part, as to the case of my student, I have given him 100 as a score, and you can also motivate your students to study more or to be encouraged to perform all the activities through your feedback. So below, I have written, you can just edit it, whatever you would like to say to your student. Very comprehensive output. Keep it up. And then, do not forget to save changes. And the one thing, if you would like your students to be notified that their submitted assignment was already checked by the teacher, you will just check this icon, Notify Students. Because students are really excited to view their grades. You will just save changes. Then, okay. So the grade is now given to the student for that particular assignment. Then you can now go back to your course. Okay. So we will go back again. After the agreement or assignment is the reflection part of the student, where I have attached a graphic organizer that will emphasize the different salient points, how important research is in our life, not only to our lives, but also to our community as a whole. Okay. So that is the last part of our lesson, the reflection. So after you have inserted all the activities, you must never forget to turn editing on so that all the changes that you have done will be saved. It will once again look like this. Okay. So as for the grades, if you would like to view the grades that you have given to your students, you will just click here in the navigation part, grades, for you to view if you were able to grade all the students or if you have missed someone. Here, this is an example of how it will look like. So my student got 4 or 3 in his evaluation and then 100 in assignment. So another feature of our LMS is the export part, where we can just copy and paste all the grades that we have given to our students to our e-class record. So how will you do that? In this grade part of our LMS, you will just look for export. So this is export. Once you click that one, you will be given the choices. Which among the grades that you have given would you like to download and save and transfer later onto your e-class records? So I will just click the evaluation and the agreement, because some of my activities are not graded like the activities that I have given in the preliminary. So once you are done clicking it, then you will just click download. It will start downloading in an Excel file all the grades that you have given to your students. So that is how accessible and how convenient our learning management system is as to the part of the teacher. So at this point, we will be showing you how it would look like as to the part of our student
Good day, everyone. I am Paulino Talo. This time, I'm going to show you the interface of our LMS in order for me to access the lesson posted by my teacher. So, allow me to show my screen. Okay, so before we can access the LMS, as a student, we need to create an account. So, make sure that you have already an account. May it be in the Google account, so that would be a requirement in creating an account in our learning management system. So let us create an account. So what I'm going to do is to click the LMS where I can log in. You have there, so, and then you also include your password. So in this case, I have already created an account. So I will just show you how I was able to create an account. Okay, so click create an account. So you will be prompted to this interface. You just input your username and then your password, and then you have to input as well other information like email address. Okay, and you have to confirm that one, and then you have your first name, you have your surname, we have the city or town, which is Tagum City, and then select country, of course Philippines. You just click this drop down button here and try to go to Philippines. Okay, so you have it. So once you're done completing all of this, you need to create an account. You pick that one. But in this case, since I have already created an account, so I will be prompted to this. So maglalagin ako so that I can access the learning management system and see the interface. So you have there. So this is now the full interface where the lesson and activities of my teachers are found. So as you can see, you have the general announcement. We have also the annexes, and then the teacher also created a chat room, and then we have the preliminaries down to evaluation and assignment. So as a student, I'm going to respond and to see what's in each of these activity that my teacher has posted in this course. Those are information given by my teacher. As you can see in this part here, there is an attachment. So I need to view this one. Okay, so this is the mail where I can find the different competencies in our course, practical research one. After that, then I'll proceed to the drill, which my teacher required me. So there is an instruction here. The object of the game is to arrange or unscramble the letters to form a word. For me to respond to this drill, I need to click this part, add a new discussion, and then subject, practical research 1 or PR1, and my answer will be written in this portion. And once you have already decided that your answer is final ready, and you can post that one by clicking this button. So once you're done with that one, you proceed to the next activity, which is the review. So as you can see, another activity instruction was given by my teacher. So what activities in the past have you learned in order to solve a particular situation or problem? So to respond to these two questions, my teacher required me to attach an audio or video for my responses. So to do that, just click this portion here, this button, and you'll be prompted to this interface. So we have here the subject, which is PR1, and then your answer will be placed here. So in that case, since I am required to attach a video or an audio, so I choose to attach or use the audio. So just click here and start recording. So I have to respond to each of these activity given by my teacher. So in the motivation, there are 15 instructions here is to select 3 out of 15 mentioned in here. So to respond again, you just click this button and this will prompt you where your answer can be. So in that case, I have already responded to this. So it's already reflected in here. So again, you proceed to the next part of the lesson. After accomplishing decision-making game, so answer the following question. To respond to this one, then you have to again click this portion here and you will be prompted to this interface where you can place your answer. And then do not forget to post. After you've decided or finalized your answer, then you need to post that one so that your answer will be uploaded to the system. That's it. Proceeding now to abstraction. So I have already responded this one. Same process, you need to click this portion here for you to be prompted to where you can place your answer. And then post the forum, and then you can now proceed to the next one. And in that activity, a rubric was posted also by my teacher. So I need to view that one as my basis in responding to the question. So let me proceed to the next one, which is the evaluation. And then evaluation. Okay, so I have responded this one already. So the same process, you are going to click the portion below, add, so that you can attach your answer to the requirement or the question of your teacher. This time, since I'm done already responding to the activities loaded by my teacher, then I'm excited to go to grades so that I will know my performance on those activities. So just click grade, and there you have it. And for the decision making game, this activity is not rated by my teacher. And then we have here a total. So that's it. I have already shown you and demonstrated you how to access the LMS or the learning management system as a student. So I hope that you have gotten meaningful information as a student, and I hope that we can use the learning management system in our classes. So again, good day, and once again, God bless to everyone.
So
All right, that was the presentation of our first two presenters, Ma'am Anduyan and Sir Tado from Tagum National Trade School. Ma'am, sir, congratulations. That was a good output. Not thinking that practical research is a very word subject that you were able to utilize it in the LMS. Sir Palo will have a word or two for our simulators.
Okay, sir. Ma'am, sir, Tado at saka si Ma'am Danibel. Congratulations to both of you, no? Meron lang akong katanungan kay Sir Paulino, sir. So
Yes,
yung
sir.
inaano nyo is practical research 1 for what grade, sir?
Grade 11 po, sir.
Grade 11. So, sir, di ba yung simulation mo ngayon is isa kang estudyante, di ba, sir?
Yes po.
Sir, do you think, sir, madali lang sundan ng mga bata natin yan? Kung talagang sila na yung nag-aano dyan?
Maybe, sir, for students at this time, they really need to be oriented as to how the system will work for them, because there are a lot of tools, that we need to look into using the LMS. So I think every school in Tagum City Division is planning, to have an orientation together with the students, or for the purpose of allowing our students to know the learning management system. It's not easy actually, but if you will really do it, kaya nga sabi nila, if gusto, maraming paraan; pag ayaw, maraming dahilan. So in this time, we need to push the system, using of the LMS management system, so that we'll be able to adapt to the kind of education that we are in at present.
Okay, so thank you, sir. So, actually, my daughter, sir, is a third year college in St. Mary's. So, parang ganito yung gamit nila, no? I don't know what kind of platform is that. But last week, no, i-share ko lang sa group, last week, nagkakaroon sila ng parang orientation, no? From first year college to fourth year, how to use the platform. Then after
Yes.
that, last Monday, nagsisimula na sila sa kanilang klase. No? So nakita ko, nakaka-adapt naman yung mga bata. No? Much better for
Yes,
them
sir.
kasi nasa private school sila. No? Naawa nga ako sa ibang kaklase niya kasi kahit hindi taga dito sa Tagum, talagang pumunta sila sa Tagum, nag-board sila, no, sa boarding house nila. Then they try really to look for internet na makakonect sila. Then okay naman yung klase po nila. Na-adapt naman po nila po, sir. So yun lang po.
Kayang-kaya po yun,
Congratulations
sir.
to both. Si Ma'am Denebel naman, no, talagang napakagaling no. So Ma'am, congrats, no.
thank you, sir.
Hopefully magagawa natin yung in the future yung mga nagagawa natin ngayon, no? So thank you so much. Sir Kevin?
Okay, sir, can I add something, sir, about the presentation of Sir Tado and Ma'am Anduyan? Okay, kasi
Yes.
napansin ko kasi dun sa pag-export ng grades ni Ma'am Anduyan, actually baka ma-confuse yung iba. As you export kasi the grades, there is a possibility na pag open nila sa downloaded file, medyo distorted kasi actually as you export the grades, there are four options on how you are going to download. Meron po tayong open spreadsheet, may plain text file, meron din tayong Excel spreadsheet. So to all those other teachers who are planning to export grades, you can click the Excel spreadsheet directly para sure siya na Excel file ang lalabas o mada-download sa inyong laptop. Okay po. Tapos one more thing, siguro next time pag I think it could be better pag yung i-attach natin na competencies ay yung hindi buong MELCs ng lahat ng subjects. Siguro we can re-encode the specific subject na tinuturo in that course para hindi ma-confuse at hindi mag-take ng time sa mga bata. Kasi yun napansin ko sa presentation po nila Ma'am Anduin at Sir Tado. But other than that, it was very amazing considering wordy masyado yung practical research pero
Yeah.
nag-utilize na yung other features ng LMS. Congratulations, Sir Tado and Ma'am Anduyan. Thank you, Sir Palo.
Welcome po. Congrats
Okay po.
po.
Congrats.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Welcome po.
All right. We are done with our first presenters for our simulation this afternoon. This time, we will have our second pair of presenters from Tagum City National High School for the UMS track. We have Mr. Joseph Richel C. Ramos and Ma'am Sherilyn L. Ramos. Sir, ma'am, pasok.
Yes, good
Okay,
afternoon,
para
sir.
po sa clarification ng lahat, hindi po sila mag-asawa, magkatrabaho lamang po sila. Although pareho ang kanilang mga apelyado. Good afternoon, Sir Joseph, Ma'am Charilyn.
Good afternoon, Sir Kevin.
Good afternoon.
Okay, we would like to know sino
Afternoon,
ba ang
Sir
mag-a-act.
Katie.
Yes, good afternoon. Sino ba ang mag-a-act as teacher at sino yung student, ma'am, sir?
Sir, I will ask the teacher and Sherilyn will be the student.
What's the specific subject, sir, that you have chosen for this simulation?
My subject in the introduction of the philosophy of the human person, and Ma'am Che will be my student.
Okay, we are also excited to witness your simulation. Let's do this. Take it away.
Okay, so let's start. We will share our screen with you. Start our simulation. So I'm going to introduce to you my partner. She will tell something about herself. Ma'am?
Good day, everyone. I am Sherilyn Ramos, and I portray the role of a student in this simulation.
Okay, so thank you, ma'am. So we'll proceed now with our simulation proper. So we'll now act as a teacher and Ma'am Sharon will act as a student. Okay, good morning, class. How are you today?
Good morning, sir. I am fine. How about you?
I'm very fine. So I would like to welcome you to our new lesson or first day of class. So our subject is about introduction to the philosophy of the human person. So to start with, I'm going to share with you my screen so that we can go to the LMS. Okay. Now this is my LMS and this is the outline of my lesson. Lesson 1, holistic and partial perspective. So I'm going to orient you about the activities that you are going to undertake, and then I'll give you time later on to do the activities and then submit your output, and then afterwards feedback about the results of your performance. Okay, so let's start with the learning objective. So the learning objective states here, at the end of the discussion, learners will be able to distinguish the difference of holistic and partial point of view in doing philosophy. Okay, so go back to the outline. So take note, students, that these activities are interconnected. You'll notice here that are highlighted blue words here, so it means restricted. So you cannot proceed to the next activity if you cannot comply prior activities. And this lesson is divided into four topics or four categories: preliminary, developmental, evaluation, and assignment. So under preliminary, you will undergo three activities, and afterwards proceed to developmental, wherein you will also undergo four activities, and evaluation two activities, and then the last part is the assignment. So are you ready, Miss Sherilyn?
Yes, sir, I am ready.
Okay, so I'm going to give an overview of the activities that you're going to undertake. So first is you have to go to the drill. So in this section, you will have an overview about the course because this is your first be acquainted with the subject. So it's good for you also to have an overview of the coverage and the topics that will be discussed within the semester. Okay, so it is necessary for you to read the content because there will be some questions embedded between the discussion. So for example, you have to read the course description because you will be asked this question. And then similarly, if you continue reading this course objective, you will be also given certain question and so on until the end of the slide. So after that, you proceed to the next activity, which is a short review on the meaning of philosophy. This is very important for us to start with the lesson. You have to know what do you mean by philosophy. So this is a simple, short video clip about the meaning of philosophy. So you have to watch that because there will be some questions also be given later on. And afterwards, you proceed to activity number 3, which is motivation. So in this activity, it is just a simple picture analysis in which you have to look at the illustration and analyze the conversation. And then, so this is the picture. And then afterwards, there will be questions to be asked and you will answer that. So you will answer that here. You type your answer here in the box and then you send it to me. So there will be 2 questions. And after that, we'll proceed to the developmental activity number 1, which is to introduce you to a video presentation as a preparation for the discussion later on. Okay, so this video is about the blind man and the elephant. So this is a poem by John Godfrey Sachs, and I have a creative way of presenting it through a video presentation. So you have to watch that because that is the foundation of our discussion later on. And most of the questions will be taken from the video. In fact, in the next activity, in the analysis, there are already 2 questions for you to answer. So this is in the form of essay. So same as before, I'm going to show you the content. Okay, so there's a box here provided wherein you can type your answer and then send it to me later on. Then after that, we have already learned the basics. We go to the discussion proper. Sorry. The discussion proper, there are 5 slides. Each the first slide will explain the difference between holistic and partial perspective in the context of the video that we have shown earlier. And then the meaning of the partial and holistic perspective in the context of philosophy. So afterwards, we proceed to the application. So this is very important because the knowledge that we have learned from the discussion will be applied into certain situation. So I have given here an example in which I apply the concept into different learning areas. And then afterwards, after reading this, it's now your turn to apply this concept into certain situations. So for example, there's a situation here about the total lockdown implemented by certain LGU. So what do you think would be the partial and holistic perspective in that issue? And afterwards, that finish our discussion. Now we proceed to the evaluation proper. Now in the evaluation, are 2 activities. First is simple and gamified activity is called drag and drop, wherein you have to drag the words and drop that into the appropriate pictures here. It's only about 6 items, and afterwards you proceed to the second exercise, which is true or false, about 10 items. And the last is the assignment. So this is just an assignment. So I will not require you to submit that today. So you have more time to reflect, and have some discernment and reflection on this question. But you have to follow some certain guidelines. For example, you have to type your answer in short band paper with at least 300 words and maximum 500 words. And you have to use a font style of Arial and then font size of 12. Then the basis for your grading will be content 50, grammar 20, and number of words 30. So after that, you have to attach your file in a Word format or in a PDF format and then submit it to me for checking. So do you have any question, Ms. Cherilyn?
None, sir.
Okay, so let's try the activity by yourself. Now I'm giving you time to answer the activity, and then I'll give you the feedback afterwards. I'm going to show you your grades for this lesson. Okay, so I'm going to stop now the sharing of my we call this presentation, and then I'm going to pass it to you. Okay, so start sharing your screen. Okay.
All right, sir. Can you see my screen?
Not yet. So we're going to do that.
All right, sir. So can you see my screen now?
Very clear.
All right. So this is my account as a student looks like. So after I log in my student account and enroll in your course, so I can see that in this side under my courses in dashboard, these are the list of subjects that I enrolled to. So I'm going to click the introduction to the philosophy. So I already answered the activities that are given earlier, and the first thing that I saw when I visit this course here is the first online meeting. So I assume this is a chat box because it looks like a chat box icon. And then when I'm going to click it, so it has notes here stated that please be informed that we will be having our first meeting. Attendance is a must. So for me to join in your meeting, I'm going to click here to enter chat now. And here I can send message to you. So if I have any questions, sir, will that be okay to you if I'm going to send it here?
Okay, that's good because that is actually the purpose of having the chat box now for your queries and concerns.
All right. Thank you, sir, for having this chat box. Now I'm going to jump to the next part, the learning objective. And at the end of the discussion, learners will be able to distinguish the difference of holistic, partial point of view in doing philosophy. So on it, it has drill about the course, and it has 8 slides. So the first slide is the introduction to philosophy of the human person. And I'm going to read the course description.
Okay.
And on the second slide, there is question to be answered. So I'm going to write my answer and then click check. So I've got the correct answer. And then the next slide is about the course objectives. And another question here. So my answer to this question is this one. And another learning contents, another slide about learning contents. It's stated here that this course is divided into 8 lessons in 2 quarters, right? So another question, the correct answer here, I think is 8, right? So I'm going to proceed to the next one because I already done with the first part, the drill. So I am ready to review the meaning of philosophy through this video. So after viewing this video, the next part is picture analysis. So I can see here, sir, that there is a picture analysis. It looks like an illustration, and I have to read the situation and the conversation. Okay, so I assume that I got the I am done with this part because it has, I think it has a question, sir, or activity. Am I correct?
Yes, they have 2 questions there.
Okay, so I have here my answer from your first question. So I got this comment, very impressive. My grade is 9/10 or 90%. And on the second question, stated here, down is my answer. So another comment from you, sir, very touching reflection. Thank you for that, sir.
You're welcome.
So after reviewing my output on that activity, I'm going to click this. I assume that I am ready to the next activity. So in this part, another video on Blind Ben and the Elephant. And I already watched this video, sir. So I can now move to the next part, which is another question set from user, and I have to answer it. 3 questions. So I already done it earlier. So I have here the score 14 out of 15. Another comment from user, well done. And for the second question, very meaningful and I'm impressed. Thank you to that, sir. And the last and this part, abstraction, since I am done with the previous activities, I am now ready to watch or to see this presentation. So explaining holistic, partial, and partial perspective. So I can now jump to the next part, which is the application. So here, I already answered the questions given. So I can review this one. So I wanna know if, okay, so I got the perfect score from user. Thank you so much. And to this one, the blind man's perspective. So this is an exercise, and I think this is an interactive one. So am I right, sir? Am I going to drag this one to the right men?
Yes. You
Right
have to,
perspective.
yes. You have to drag and drop.
So I'm going to check it. All right. So I got 3 scores here, sir.
Okay. So proceed to the next.
Okay. So at this part, so another exercise set, true or false, a quiz. I'm going to review because I got 9/10. So I'm going to check if in what question I got the wrong answer. So, okay, so that is in question number 3. Right? And then in my journal entry reflection, so by reading with this instruction, sir, with this scenario and instruction, with the rubrics written, so I can say that you are requiring me to write my assignment, or my assignment should be submitted in a written form. So what I did, I upload my file here, and then hit submit to this part. So, and then I got a feedback from user, 98/100. Okay. So I guess any missing activity or lacking activity?
Okay, I think you have completed your task well and good, Miss Ramos. So congratulations and keep updated for your next activities. Start our
All right, that was the presentation of Mr. Joseph Ramos and Ma'am Sherilyn Ramos, both from Tagum City National High School. Sir Paolo, you have a word or two for them.
Okay, hello sir and ma'am Ramoses. No, congratulations to boss, no?
Good afternoon,
As to the
sir.
presentation, yes, as to the presentation, hindi na po ako magtatanong. Ang tanong ko lang po kay Sir Joseph being the teacher, sir. During the making of that LMS presentation, sir, ano yung pinakamahirap na pagdaanan mo, sir?
yung unfamiliarity muna sa features ng LMS, sir. Especially was using the interactive, the H5P. So medyo mahirap yung mga instructions doon.
But later on, sir, na-realize mo na kaya-kaya ng mga teacher natin.
Actually, sir, with constant practice, I think they can also do that.
Yes. Constant practice makes perfect, di ba? Ganun yun? Si Ma'am Cherilyn naman, being a student, ma'am, ano yung pinakamahirap na pinagdaanan mo, ma'am? If we will put uh, you're in the shoes of the pupils.
For me, sir, wala naman pong masyadong mahirap kasi lalo na yung mga student po natin ngayon, medyo techy na sila. So, for me, parang madali lang po talaga, sir. Kasi nagkasunod-sunod naman po yung flow. Tsaka may restriction po. Nakakatulong po yung restriction.
Okay po, yun lang po, Sir Kevin, yung katanungan ko sa kanila para naman po marinig sa mga viewers natin na kaya po natin gawin yun, yung mga ginagawa nila.
Yes, I definitely agree with you, Sir Palo. Well, there will always be first time for everything. Mahihirapan man sa simula, but again, with constant practice, our teachers will be able to keep it up with the new LMS, no? I have one point lang, Sir Palo. Siguro I would like to remind all the teachers when you let your students upload files for their answers, we have to encourage them to make use of the PDF versions, no, as much as possible, not to the Word file kasi mas safe yata pag PDF kasi
Kasi
oo.
hindi siya ma-i-edit, di ba?
Yes,
Kapag sa
exactly,
PDF.
sir. Nakita ko kasi kanina Word yung na-upload ni Ma'am Ramos as a file. But other than that, that was very good output from the Ramoses of Tagum City National High School. Congratulations po, Sir Joseph and Ma'am Sherilyn.
Congrats again.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sir Ross, Chito. We will see you later for the next presenters. Okay, we are halfway through with our breakout session for this afternoon. And now, without much further ado, let's proceed to our presenters for the ABM. Both are coming from Kanukotan National High School. We have Ma'am Rosemary H. Niquinto and Ma'am Ethel B. Buhisan. Hello, ma'am. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, everyone, especially to our dignitaries of Tagum City National High School, to all the participants and viewers this afternoon.
Ma'am, do we have Ma'am Ethel B. Buhisan? Is she online?
Online na po siya kanina, sir.
Okay, medyo nagkakaproblema po sa connection yata si Ma'am Ethel kasi hindi siya connected ngayon sa ating live broadcast dito sa StreamYard. Nevertheless, the show must go on. Ma'am Rosemary, ano bang grade level na pinili ninyo for our simulation this afternoon?
Okay, I am Rosemary Etchiniquinto from Canocata National High School. I will act as a teacher, and my partner, Ma'am Ethel B. Buhisan, will act as a student. We are from Canocata National High School, and we are going to simulate the subject Principles of Marketing using LMS from Accountancy, Business, and Management, Strand, grade 12 po.
Grade 12. Okay, we are so excited to witness that, ma'am. Let's do this.
Yes. So, with our
through AVP. Today? Okay lang, ma'am. Opo, ma'am. Okay, so we will have now the checking of attendance. You are all 25 in this class. Based on our chat room, you are only 24 out of 25. Wait for a while. Okay, it seems that Carla is not around. What happened to Carla?
Ma'am, wala po si Carla kasi po may sakit po siya, ma'am.
Carla is sick. Okay.
Opo.
Don't worry because all our sessions will be recorded and I will send this session to Carla para ma-review niya. And also to all of you. No? All about marketing. We'll start with our objectives. First objective is to explain the meaning of marketing, Understand the behavioral concepts relevant to marketing and demonstrate the goals and approaches of marketing. So, at the end of this class, we have to meet those objectives. Answer it. All you have to do is just click where is your answer between true or false. Thank you.
Finally, nakapasok na ako and I will start answering now. Question number one goal of marketing is to introduce and innovate products and services that improve human condition and the quality of life. Okay, my answer is condition and the quality of life. Okay, finally nakapasok na ako and then I have to answer. My answer is true for number one. Then, next page. Question number two, sales is synonymous with marketing. My answer is false. Next page. Question number three, marketing is managing profitable customer relationships by retaining and growing current customers. True or false? Okay, my answer is retaining and growing. True. Next page for question number four. Okay. The aim of marketing is to satisfy competitors' needs and wants. Competitors' needs and wants. So false. My answer is false. Next page for the last but not the least question. Question number five. The functional approach is one of the methods used in classification of activities that occur in the marketing processes by breaking down the processes into functions. Okay, it's true. Fine, I'm done. Finished attempt. Then next is I have to submit all and finish. And submit all and finish under confirmation. Yay! Wow, my grade is 5 out of 5, 100%. Thank you.
Now, who got the perfect score? Oh, congratulations, Ethel! 5 over 5.
Yay! Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, sa iba na hindi nakakuha, don't worry, kasi pre-test pa lang naman ito, no? So, ibig sabihin, nag-gauge natin yung mga stock knowledge ninyo all about marketing. Okay, what is marketing? Marketing is managing profitable customer relationships by attracting new customers and retaining and growing current customers. So, marketing is not only for initial na nagkaroon ka ng mga customers. Dapat you have to retain it. Ingatan mo, mahalin mo, and then i-sustain nyo yung good relationship with each other. No, para kasi ang pinaka-importante sa lahat is yung repeat buying. No, and then the word of mouth. The loyalty of your customers is very important. And mind it, marketing is not synonymous with sales or advertising. Mali yun, no? Pag sinabi mo marketing, minsan kasi, naiisip natin na pag sinabing marketing, it's all about promotion, advertising. But the truth is, marketing is all about retaining your customers and protecting the relationship. Na? Mas-sustain dapat yung good relationship ninyo with each other. Okay, the next topic is all about the goals of marketing. First is to understand the market and its consumers and satisfy their changing needs and wants. So imagine satisfy the changing needs and wants. And we all know that our needs and wants is really grabe yung pag-change, no? Ito, sa ngayon, ito yung gusto mo. The following day, iba na naman yung gusto mo. Or after a week, ito na naman. It's all because of the many things na nakikita natin. Like for example, sa mga television. So, nandyan yung mga consumer behaviors. Pumapasok doon. So, bilang marketers, you have to understand your market. The target market you have. No? And then yung mga consumers mo. Like for example ngayon, sa ating situation, nasa new normal na tayo. Ano ba yung kailangan ng mga consumers natin or ng ating mga customers? Napapansin nyo ba na mayroong mga innovations na ginagawa? Ito na yung number 2. Introduce and innovate products and services that improve human condition and quality of life. So, pupapasok na dito yung ating innovation. So, marketing, it's not just of selling. Hindi yun siya sa, di ba, kanina yung sinabi ko na it's not on advertising alone or it's not synonymous on advertising, but it's all about the innovation. So, pag nasa marketing department ka of a certain company, you have to think, dapat nandun talaga yung research and development, no? Kaya binabudgetan niya ng mga big companies or just even with the little companies, binibigyan nila ng budget talaga ang marketing, which is the research and development, no? Kasi they have to innovate para ma-sustain, ma-meet nila ang mga pagbabagong needs and wants ng mga customers. And then the condition and the quality of life. With our normal, again, balik tayo dito doon, with our normal condition, new normal era today, di ba, mga tao, kung pwede lang, hindi na pupunta ng mall. So, anong dapat doon? Marami na ang bumibili online. I went to a certain mall and then I talked to a certain marketing personnel. And I said, oh, talaga, meron na kayong call and pick? Yes, ma'am. Bakit niyo naisip, ma'am? I really asked him. And then sabi niya, kasi ma'am, honestly, mahina kasi ngayon yung sales namin. Sabi niya, so ganun ma'am, through call and pick ma'am, at least na lang, yung mga, like for example, yung mga senior citizens na wala kasama sa bahay, nakaka-grocery sila through call and pick. So, naibibigay pa rin namin yung services na dapat namin ibigay with our consumers or our clients. And I really appreciate it kasi nag-i-innovate sila. No? So, ganun. Hi! Okay. Any questions to our topic today? Oh, really? Walang tanong. Sige. Let's proceed to our activity. All you have to do is look around you and select one product. Only one product.
Maski ilan, ma'am?
Isa lang talaga.
Maski ano po? Maski ano lang po?
Okay, ano lang na gusto mong product.
Okay po.
Okay. Ayan na, hawak-hawak niyo na ba yung product na gusto niyo?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Ngayon, all you have to do is gawan niyo yan ng tagline. Okay, so hawak-hawak niyo na yung product niyo, ha?
Opo, ma'am.
Okay. Ang gagawin niyo ngayon is gawan niyo ng tagline yung product na hawak niyo.
What is tagline, ma'am?
Okay, nice question, Ethel. Tagline is, example dito ha, diretso na tayo. Example ng tagline is, pag narinig niyo yung salitang love ko to, ano nasa isip niyo?
McDonald's, ma'am!
Very good! How about partida ang saya.
Siyempre, Jollibee.
Ay, galing! No. How about itong nasa malapit sa atin? Alam niyo ba kung ano yung nasa malapit sa school natin? Alam niyo? Ano? Sige daw, Ethel, ano yung malapit sa atin na establishment?
St. Peter, ma'am?
Yes, very good. Ano kaya ang tagline ng St. Peter?
Ano
Alam niyo
kaya?
ba?
Ano kaya?
Okay. Ang tagline ng St. Peter is, parang natutulog lang. Okay. So ngayon, I will give you 2 minutes to make a tagline out of that product.
Okay, ma'am.
Time starts now.
Lies, alis. Puto, madaling umalis.
Okay, so thank you so much for your presentations. Imagine in just 2 minutes, no, you did come up with a very good tagline. So, any questions for our topic?
None so far, ma'am.
Okay, I'm happy naman, no? So, let's proceed now with our evaluation for me to gauge really your understanding. Again, click the link below my screen and then you can start answering our post. So amazing! The result of your post test shows that 98% got the passing score.
Yay!
Wow! So sarap naman sa feeling nun, no? And it's time for us to say goodbye. But before that, I want to announce that for tomorrow, for our next meeting, you have this assignment. Please research on the 7 P's or the principles of marketing, and then present your assignment in a PowerPoint presentation next meeting. That's all. Thank you and have a nice day. Ingat!
Bye, ma'am. Thank you,
God bless, God
ma'am.
bless.
All right, that was the presentation of our simulators from Kanokatan National High School. Ma'am Rosemary and Ma'am Ethel is here now.
Good
All right,
afternoon,
Sir
sir.
Palo. Good afternoon
Hello,
po.
good
Sir
afternoon,
Palo will
ma'am.
continue now.
Congratulations. Ma'am, is
Good
this the
afternoon,
first time, ma'am,
sir.
na naging simulator kayo? Na nakasabay ba kayo doon sa region last time? Hindi, ano? Ma'am.
Actually, sir, na-delay po talaga yung pagpasa ng ating ng video because of the internet problem. So doon talaga kami nagka-problema po.
Okay po. Including si Ma'am Ethel, paputol-putol si Ma'am Ethel. Hi, Ma'am Ethel. Nasa school ba kayo, ma'am? Nasa school kayo? Hello po, nasa school
Ako po,
kayo?
sir, dito po ako
Sa?
Ma'am Ethel.
Okay. So,
Si Ma'am Ethel po, sir, nasa bahay po nila.
ikaw, ma'am, sa school. Nasa school ka, ma'am. Ma'am Rose.
Afternoon po,
Di ba ako
sir.
marinig?
Maulan,
Po.
sir.
Okay. So, ma'am, I am very happy, because you accepted the challenge, na nagiging kayo ngayon. So, ano ba yung nararanasan niyo, ma'am, sa paggawa ng LMS na pakitang turo niyo ngayon? Ma'am Rose, unahin ko si Ma'am Rose.
Sige po, sir. So far po, sir, ang first na na-encounter talaga namin is yung problema po namin sa paggamit po ng LMS.
Okay.
LMS itself is very good po. Maganda po talaga yung LMS. Pero ang naging hindrance lang po talaga is yung internet connectivity po, na makikita din po doon sa aming presentation kanina, sir, mayroon po mga nagkakaroon po ng party. Kasi po medyo mahirap po talaga yung pag nagkasabay-sabay na kasi yung paggamit sa LMS, sir, medyo nakakaroon po ng problema talaga. Affected po talaga lang.
How about sa iyo, Ma'am Ethel? Ano yung karanasan mo, Ma'am Ethel? Can you share us, Ma'am Ethel?
Good afternoon, sir.
Good
Same
afternoon.
with Ma'am Rose, sir. Opo. Sorry po, sir. Bumalik ang
Mic
ilaw, sir.
connection
Yes,
problem.
yes, ma'am. Ma'am Ethel.
Same with Ma'am Rose din po.
Mahina yung signal niya, Sir
Sir,
Kevin,
ang
siguro,
internet.
ano?
Oo nga po, parang may internet
So,
connection
Sir,
si Ma'am Ethel.
same with Ma'am Rose din po.
Yes, Ma'am Ethel.
Sir. Hello,
yes,
sir. Pasensya
yes.
na po. Same with Ma'am Rose din po. Ang internet connection din po ang problema din po.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so we cannot, ano dyan, hindi po tayo makakaibig dyan kasi nowadays po, all of us are using internet, di ba? So,
Yes.
meron talagang
Opo.
tendency na hihina itong internet connection natin. Hopefully, hindi naman, no? So, congratulations to both of you, ma'am, no? So, patuloy lang ang laban natin sa new normal situation
Salamat.
natin ngayon. Sir Kevin?
Can I ask
Yes,
a
sir.
question to Ma'am Rosemary? Ma'am Rosemary, Ma'am,
Yes, sir, Kevin.
did you use an exemplar before doing your course sa LMS?
Yes, sir. Actually, nakapasa din po kami, sir. And then, we focus na lang po sa class discussion. Kasi lahat naman po ng mga sinabi ko, lahat naman ng pasok po sa LMS. So, ang inisasay na lang po namin for the presentation is po class discussion para makita po yung flow, paano po ginamit yung LMS. With regards naman po doon sa aming post test, sir, doon po talaga kami nagka-problema kaya hindi na po namin siya nailagay din po. Kasi how many times din po kami nag-try din. And then, ang ano kasi sa LMS, once na nakatapos na ng exam o ng quiz ng isang bata at sa evaluation, and then na-pasa niya, na-send niya na, hindi na siya makakatake po ulit doon. So, yun po yung naging problema kasi how many times habang nag-take po ng exam ng SM for the evaluation for the process, naglo-loading po ng loading and then to the point po na nung i-upload na namin, hindi na talaga siya, more on few na lang po talaga siya. Kaya sinat na lang po namin. Pero with
Okay po.
regards sa lesson plan, kompleto po yung
Ma'am Rosemary, one last thing po to avoid confusion sa mga nanonood nating teachers. Doon po sa part na application, kung saan you let the students find a product, tapos pinagawa niyo sila ng tagline. Ano po ba yung output nila? Kasi parang it seemed to us like it was face-to-face context. Video po ba yung ipapasa nila or was that a face-to-face transaction between you and the student?
Actually, ang una po namin doon is yung Zoom and then na lang po sa opo. Kasi ano naman po sa akin na and then kung papakita na lang po nila yung
Okay po. Thank you, Ma'am Rosemary. Thank you, Ma'am Ethel from Kanukotan National High School. Sir Paulo, meron po ba kayong sasabihin?
Okay na po, okay na po.
Okay, thank you po. Congratulations, Ma'am Rosemary and Ma'am Ethel. All right. This time, we are finally down to our last presenters to represent the STEM track. They are both coming from Tagum City National High School. We have Ma'am Diana Rose Espino and her partner, which is yours truly, Kevin Pude. Hi, partner. Hello there.
Hello, Sir KP.
All right. For our spectators, to all the teachers who are watching, ang aming pong ipapakita ay under the subject English for Academic and Professional Purposes. Ako po yung teacher at si Ma'am Dayan yung student. Okay? Without much further ado, let's watch this.
Okay.
Hello, good morning, class.
Good morning, Sir KP.
Good morning, everyone. How are you? How are you feeling, Miss Diana?
I'm good. I'm very much excited to learn new things today.
Okay, that's very good. Now, I know that you all have your accounts in the learner management system, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now I want you all to log in first things first for our session for today. Okay, I'll give you 30 seconds to log in. Do it now, please.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Miss Diana, please show your sample. Please uh, share your screen so that I can see how you log in.
Okay, so I just visit the learning management system site and I just need to log in since I already have my account. So I need to click on my username and my password. And here it is, the dashboard now of my
Okay.
account in the learning management system. So
Okay, very good. Now, I want you all to press that all courses tab, please, so that you can find the intended course that we will be having today. Click on the senior high school tab and then apply, please. Apply tab. Okay, there, the very first one, the E8PT Unit 1. Now, I have already enrolled you all in this course, so there's nothing to worry about enrollment fees. Just click the enter this course button, please.
is it?
Okay. All right. I hope that everyone is able to follow, just like Miss Diana. Okay, now that you are inside the course that I have instructed you to enter, now let me share with you my screen so that you can listen very carefully. I want you all to focus your attention on my screen because I will be explaining to you the things that you are going to do inside this course. Can you see my screen now,
Yes,
Diane?
sir.
Okay, that's very good. Now, the very first, the lesson that you are going to take in this course is entitled Writing a Thesis Statement. Okay, again, that's writing a thesis statement. So it's just the same with the other lessons that we took from the same course. The format is still the same. We will be starting with the preliminary activities, followed by the developmental activities, and then the evaluation. Now, I have a good news because for this lesson, I will not be giving you an assignment because the lesson itself is bombarded with many activities. Now,
Is it?
speaking of these activities, let me explain to you first what you are going to do with the different activities. So again, please focus your attention so that you'll not have confusions along the way as you go over with the activities. Okay? All right, let's start with the very first preliminary activity, the drill. Okay, as you click this link, the drill, you will be redirected to its content, wherein you are going to encounter a question. The drill itself is actually a practice of what's what is going to be targeted in this lesson. Okay, as you will see here that there is a 5-minute time limit to answer this drill. This There is actually one question here. Let me show you the preview of this drill. Again, in this drill, you'll only have one question to answer, and once you start attempting to answer it, you'll only have 5 minutes. So the question is there, and you're going to elaborate the answer in not more than 5 sentences. Again, elaborate your answer in not more than 5 sentences. Again, no copy pasting of answers from the internet. Right after you answer that, you just click the finish attempt button. Okay? Now, it's very important for you to finish this first preliminary activity because if you don't do the drill, you will not be able to proceed to the next activity because I set some restriction access here. All right. So when you are done answering the drill, this check will be marked completed. And that's the only time you can open the next preliminary activity, which is the review. Now let me show you what's inside the review link. Okay, still there is a quiz and you are only allowed to answer that within 5 minutes. Okay, there is still a time limit, 5 minutes to answer the quiz. Let me show you the preview of this quiz. Okay, and you'll be shown there a question. And please be reminded, use bullets in presenting your answer. Okay? Use bullets in presenting your answer. And if you are done giving your answers to that question, you can click the finish attempt button. Again, it's very important for you to answer the review link because you will not be able to access the next activity if you cannot complete this first. Okay? Now let me go back to the course. Right after finishing the review link, the mark here will say you have completed it already. And that's the only time you can go to the next preliminary activity entitled the motivation. Now let me show you what's here in the motivation. And let me explain to you very carefully the instructions because some might get confused. So there are two groups of pictures here. The instructions is very clear. Drag images from the left to match them with corresponding images on the right. Now, just one important clue, helpful clue for everyone. What you are going to do is just find the logical connection of these two sets of pictures. And when you get the connection of these pictures, it's going to be easy for you to connect them or match them one by one. So you're just going to drag it. For example, if you want to drag this one to here, so as simple as that. Okay. All right. And then right after you match the five pictures, you just press the check answers button. Okay. And that would make your motivation activity complete. And remember again, it's very important for you to complete this activity because you'll not be able to go to the next activity without completing this. Okay, now let me go back to the content of the course. After doing all the preliminary activities, you will now have the developmental activities. The very first one is a PDF file wherein you will be able to read the inputs, the very important inputs about writing a thesis statement. Okay, there you'll find the definition, the three criteria of a good thesis statement, and some examples of good thesis statements. Now, I want you all to read them very carefully, understand them as much as possible because the learning that you'll be having from this PDF file will be very helpful in answering the succeeding activities under the developmental activities. Okay, and it is very important for you to download the PDF file first because if you will not do that, the check here will not be marked complete. And if it happens, you'll not be able to access the succeeding activities. Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay. Now, assuming that you have already downloaded the PDF file and you have read them thoroughly, now by then you are ready to uh, proceed to the next activity. Let's have the analysis. Okay, let me show you what's inside this one. This is another interactive activity for you, wherein you are going to answer a quiz. So you'll just click the Start Quiz button, and there you can see prompts. There are five prompts actually, and in every prompt, there are two thesis statements. And what you are going to do is just choose the better one, the thesis statement that follows the three criteria for formulating a good thesis statement. So after navigating the five given prompts, you are just going to click the check button and you will see your scores automatically. And after finishing this activity, uh, it will be automatically marked complete in your course in the progress of your taking the course. Okay, so let's go back to the course. Right after you finish this part of the developmental activities, the analysis, that's the only time you will be able to go or to proceed to the next part of the developmental activities, which is the abstraction. Okay, now let me show you what's inside this part of the developmental activities. In this part, you'll only have a quiz. In this quiz, And this quiz will only be taken up in not more than 10 minutes. That's the time limit. Okay, let me show you the preview of this quiz. Sorry. Okay, for this part, you'll only have two questions. Okay, and you are going to answer them in this box. Okay, and when you are done giving your answers, you can just click the finish attempt button. And when you do that, this part will be automatically marked as complete. And when it is done, that's the only time you can proceed to the last part of the developmental activities, which is the application. Now let me show you the content of this part. This is another quiz, okay? And there is also a time limit, 15 minutes for this quiz. For this quiz. For this quiz, there are prompts that will be given. I think there are five prompts, and what you are just going to do is give an acceptable thesis statement for each prompt, following the three criteria of a good thesis statement. Okay, and when you are done answering all the prompts, you can just click the finish attempt button, and automatically this part will be marked complete. Now let's go back to the course, because right after you complete the application part, you will be ready by then to have the short quiz, which is under the evaluation part. So you are just going to click that, and another this is the last quiz for this lesson. Okay, so for this quiz, since it has more items, you will be given 30 minutes, that's half an hour, to answer all the questions there. The same thing will happen. You'll be given prompts, and you are going to just give good thesis statements. I mean, acceptable thesis statements by following the three good criteria of a good thesis statement. Okay, and right after that, there's no more assignments, and you're good. You'll be done with the first lesson for this course. Any questions?
Answer. Thank you for explaining well on what to do for every activity. I guess I am now ready to answer all those activities.
Okay, very good. And before I forget, please be reminded that you have to do these activities as soon as possible, because there are some activities here that are limited to be answered within the succeeding days. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now I'll give you the time to do these activities. Just call me if you are done.
Yes, sir. Hello, sir. Thank you.
Yes, Diana.
Um, I am
How
done on answering all the activities in this course. I am done
mhm.
with the preliminary activities, developmental activities, and evaluation. As you can see, everything has been marked checked on the side. That gives us idea that I am done answering all these activities.
Okay, that's very good to know. How was it? Did you have trouble along the way?
To be honest, it is not that easy, but I get to answer it because you have given us the input that we need and given us the instruction clear, and that's why we'll be able to answer it on the
Okay,
time given.
that's very good to hear. Now, Diana, please give me enough time to read all your answers, check them, and give your scores. Okay, because most of the items that included in this course are open-ended questions, so I have to have time, enough time to answer to check them. Okay?
Okay, sir, I'll be waiting.
Okay. Hmm. Hello, Diana.
Hello, sir.
Okay, I now have here the results of all your activities for this course. Let me share my screen. Okay, all right. Here, let me navigate to grade section, the grade section under the administration in the navigation part. So, you can see here, there is your name. Okay. So for your motivation part, you got 5. So let me show you the grade analysis of this part. How were you able to get that score 5? Okay. For this part, okay. Let's start with the drill pala before that part. Okay. Wait. Let me go back to the grade section so that I can show you your scores. So for the drill, okay, let's start with the drill. You got 10. Okay, let me just show the grade analysis. Okay, so there is your answer. And I put there a comment with ideas. And your score here is 10 here. 10 out of 10. Okay. Actually, you can review all your scores just like the way I taught you before. Okay. I want you to log in again to your account and review all the feedbacks that I gave you. All right?
Okay, sir.
Can
I
you
would
do
love
that?
to do that.
Okay. And please call me after you review the feedback in your scores,
Yes,
okay?
sir. So let me see my scores and the feedback that Sir Kiki has given for the drill. So I got the perfect score, and allow me to see his comment. He have given me the comment with ideas. For the review, I also got a perfect score. Thank you, Sir Kiki, for that. Now let
Okay.
me see those other activities. I guess no need for me to review the motivation since I am quite confident with this part.
Okay.
I need to jump on to other. Now let us go on to the application because it's really quite difficult and I wanted to see. Oh, I got 48 out of 15. Not bad. Thank you, Sir 18.
Very
Let
good.
me see what item. Okay, so in the quiz navigation on the item number 5. So it was partially correct. So why
Okay.
is it partially correct? I want to see my teacher's comment. Okay, so the answer has too many thesis statements. So now I see why is it partially correct. Now I
Okay.
want to see also my score in the short quiz. And I'm having a hard time as well on this part. So I get 85 out of 100. So I wanted to review for me to see what item. Okay, there's only one question and it was partially correct. So my teacher's comment is all the answers are correct. However, my answer for item 2, 6, and 7 do not conform to the three criteria of this system. Now, now I see why is it 85 over 100. Anyway, thank you, Sir Katie, for the grades that you have given me. But I would like to see as well the summary of my grades so that I can show it to my parents.
Okay.
So here are my grades for all of the activities under the scores. So I got 92.09%. And I guess it is not bad. It's not bad po ba, Sir Katie?
Yes, of course, it's very good, right? For the for the lesson under this course. Congratulations, you did a great job.
Thank you, Sir KJ.
Okay, for now, just wait for further announcements for the next lesson in this course. Okay?
Yes.
Okay. Bye bye. Okay, that was the presentation. Our last presenters actually for this afternoon from Tagum City National High School, Ma'am Diana Rose Pilo, and yours truly, Kevin Pudes. Sir Pado, any comment po?
Hello, Sir Kevin. So, makapagtatanong na ako sa iyo ngayon, Sir Kevin, no? So, based on the presentation kanina, as I go through, nakikita ko during also their presentation, ang galing mo magtanong, Sir Foodie, no, sa kanila yung mga kunti-kunting mga kakulangan na it's high time also to ask question from you, Sir Foodie. I know if you're not mastered in LMS, you are nearly mastered in it, no? How to use the LMS. So wala bang problema, Sir Foodie? 'Di ba may mga button doon sa loob ng LMS platform natin, may mga button, maraming button ano. 'Di ba?
Marami.
May assignment, may activities, ganun.
Yes.
Friendly ba yun si Sir Pudi? Kahit saan mapindot ng mga bata doon, ng teacher doon, wala bang problema? Di ba natin ma-disarrange or ma-rearrange yung yung LMS natin, platform?
Actually, sir, there are some buttons that are very crucial. One wrong move, pwedeng ma-back to zero yung nasimulan mo na. Especially pag natapos mo na, say for example, pag natapos na yung isang quiz, tapos napasagutan na, once nasagutan na kasi yung quiz, hindi na pwedeng i-edit uli ng teacher. If ever meron siyang bagong modifications na i-integrate. So it's very important for the teachers to be reminded na be careful sa mga pinipindot nila. However, because of the training that I had during the regional level, pag sa pag-re-echo lang talaga ng LMS navigation, pag nakikinig lang talaga yun ng teachers, tapos uh, they always reminded sa mga rules ng LMS, I think kaya namang mapanindigan yung paggamit ng LMS. So, medyo, as to its friendliness, I think nasa mga 8 out of 10 kasi medyo complicated talaga kasi masyadong maraming buttons, maraming features sa LMS. But I think they are very much helpful na din naman to deliver the instructions online.
Yun nga, kaya yun ang naitanong ko sa iyo because of so many features inside the LMS. So, yun talaga, careful po tayo, no? Sabi mo, careful yung mga teachers na during the time na magkakaroon tayo ng magpe-perform tayo ng kung anong ipapasok natin, careful po tayo kasi may mga button na talagang restricted, no? Na kung ganito magawa mo, ganyan, ma-delete o kaya ano mangyari doon sa data mo. Then napakahirap na pinaghirapan mo na, then one click nawala, baka iiyak ka, di ba, Sir Pudi?
Yes, yes sir, especially sa mga quiz kasi may mga loopholes na nangyayari sa previous namin na training. Yung iba, after mag-take ng quiz, hindi lumalabas yung correct answer, may mga nakakaligtaan. So as teachers, it's a very good reminder to always be careful and be prudent in in checking out the outputs that they do sa kanilang LMS. Always review and review the output as teachers.
Okay, so thank you Sir Kevin, no? Sa tingin ko naman yung LMS natin is very friendly, no? Click lang yung even the veteran, no? Hindi lang natawagin natin na senior citizen but veteran teachers, no? Yung mga nauna sa atin, I think kaya din nila yung gawin, di ba Sir Kevin? Ano sa palagay mo, Sir Kevin? Anong ma-comment mo dyan?
For as long as they have the passion, the heart to learn, if they will just really give their full attention and focus to it, they will really learn it the easiest way possible. Ano lang talaga, kursunada lang talaga, sir, na matuto.
Okay. Kay Ma'am Rose naman. Hello, Ma'am Rose. Kapangalan ko si Ma'am Rose, no?
Hello, sir. Good afternoon po.
Kamusta naman yung pag-partner ninyo ni Sir Kevin? Hindi ka ba pinahirapan ni Sir Kevin?
Hindi naman po. Hindi naman po. Sir Kevin, as my teacher in the simulation, he was really have given me all the things that I need to learn using the LMS po.
In your own experience, ma'am, hindi ka ba nahirapan din sa paggamit ng LMS?
So based on experience po, sir, actually I can really say that LMS is really user-friendly kasi hindi po ako nahirapan even though I am not that tech savvy. So I can really say that especially our students in the senior high school, even to the junior high, they can really use this LMS without having some difficulties. They can easily use and navigate using this learning platform because they are very much acquainted with the use of technologies po.
Okay, so thank you both of you, Sir Kevin at saka Ma'am Rose, no? So maraming salamat sa pakitang turo ninyo, no? Using the LMS platform.
Thank you,
Huli
Sir
na ba
Ross.
ito, Sir Kevin? Last na ba ito? Last na ba, Sir Kevin?
Yes po, kami na po yung last presenters for this afternoon's breakout session.
Sige, so parting words po, Sir Kevin, to all the simulators, no? Thank you so much for the job well done. Napakagaling nyo lahat. Although hindi pa natin ma-perfect yun, but little by little, at saka yung paggamit natin daily doon sa LMS, talagang may improve natin yung ating mga kakulangan, di ba, Sir Kevin?
Yes, sir. I do agree with that, sir.
Okay. So to all the viewers, no, teachers in senior high, school heads, all the EPS na kasamahan ko dito, PSDSS, no, thank you so much, no, for the support, most especially to our CID chief, no, Doc Sibuan, sa ating training manager na si Doc Christine, Doc Christy Agudera, of course, from the pillars of our division office, no, Doc SDS, Josephine Padul, with ESDS, Doc Bagakay, at sa lahat po ng mga tumutulong, no, lalo na sa ating technical aspect, no, technical side, no, to Sir Arian, sa inyo Sir Kevin, no, mga host natin, mga nasa likod ng camera. So congratulations to all of us and thank you. Good afternoon po. God bless us all.
Thank you, Sir Ross, Chito, Palo, for your time with us, sir. And of course, we would never forget to thank our technical working group, Sir Ernie L. Balbuena and Ma'am Audrey Claren, for assisting our StreamYard this afternoon. Alright, para po sa lahat ng mga nagtatanong kung paano sila makakaroon ng kanilang attendance link, below sa ating screen, makikita po ninyo ang ating mainstream link. Balik po tayo doon, teachers, dahil doon po ipopost ang link para sa ating attendance this afternoon. Again, ulitin ko, below our screen right now, you can see the link going back to the mainstream para po maipakita doon ang link for our attendance this afternoon. Okay. I think we are all set. Thank you so much again to all our simulators. Sir Palo, thank you very much for your words.
Welcome.
And I think this is the end of our breakout session. So sabay-sabay tayo mag-countdown. Sir, sabay-sabay tayo mag-countdown, sir.
Sige
In
po.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bye.